Guys, welcome. I'm Pashvika. Welcome to the channel. A lot about female stuff like menstrual cycle. We also talk about self-improvement topics, feminine energy. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to track your cycle, and we're going to talk about some different methods that you can do. Obviously, there are so many applications nowadays, so many websites out there which can help you track your cycle, but I'm gonna talk about what I use to track my cycle. So let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up, consider subscribing for more such videos. You can visit our website simplebabes.com for blog articles, more information. The link is in the description box below. You could very well grab the female self-care planner, the workbook that we're going to help you take care of yourself. It's a PDF download. The links are in description box below. Anyway guys, let's talk about how to track your cycle. Now, tracking the cycle you could do in a lot of the variety of the ways: the traditional route of paper and pen, or going with the app, software, or website. How I actually track my own cycle, and then I'm gonna share some tips. Hopefully it will going to help you. Now, I use the two methods to track my cycle. The first is I use the traditional route, the paper and pen. I have made the chart on my paper, and in which I'm actually track my cycle, like depending on my period state. Like, I start with the period state because it's easy to track your period cycle, because very basic. Do along with just tracking my periods is I track my cervical secretion. Okay, if you know anything about the cervical secretion, like when you are ovulating, you have an egg white appearance. When you're not ovulating, then you have dry face or cream to sticky. I track my periods, and then I track the cervical fluid into different dates. One thing I sometimes do is basal body temperature. Now, I'm not actively doing it, no, when you're ovulating, because when you're ovulating, your basal body temperatures go pretty high and then it gets low after that. So this is a third one you could do. The another thing that you could do is also you can check your symptoms, and you can track your symptoms on the cycle. Yes, I do that when I'm having the cramps, or if I'm having any bloating or any kind of a constipation, or if I feel some kind of like a backache or headache, like some symptoms that are not normal, I can also track that, because that also indicate and help you to know your cycle. There are so many signs that your body is giving you in the entire phase of your cycle. Different signs are there which will going to help you track your periods when you're ovulating, if you're expecting a baby, ovulating, so that you can conceive easily. So there are so many stuffs you could do. So when I use the traditional paper and pen method, the second method that I use is I use an application, the mobile app, the Flow app. Now there are some other apps as well, the people do use them. I find the Flow app easy and simple. Now they do have the free and the premium plan. I am using the free plan only because I'm not actually using their advanced features, so that's why I don't need their paid plan. So I track in the mobile application, the Flow, I track my periods, I track my symptoms, my basal body temperature, my cervical fluid, or if I'm having any bloating, constipation, like any kind of symptoms which I see usually in different phases of my cycle. Longer, like it's rather than having from 28 to 35 days, is that I go about 36 days, then I have a different kind of a symptoms. Like if I'm traveling, if I'm stressed or something or the other. Like when I'm traveling, my cycle usually goes a little bit longer, or when I'm stressed, then my cycle goes longer. So I do track these stuff because they literally give you a kind of like a data for your health, for your body health, not just for your reproductive health or how your cycle is performing, but also it gives an indication about your body in general. Because reproductive cycle, the menstrual cycle, is linked to your entire body, how well your hormones are performing, how your body is reacting, and different stuffs going throughout all the phases of the cycle. So I do use these two methods. Now there are some of the people who use only the mobile application, some use the traditional route, some buy the general and they do in the diary writing and all that stuff. Depending on whichever feels right for you, whichever feel comfortable and simple and easy for you, you can start with that. Now also depending on your need, if you're expecting a baby, then you need to track your ovulation signs. The one common ovulation sign is a cervical fluid checking. The second is the basal body temperature. The third you could do is the signs and symptoms that your body is giving, like the bloating, constipation, or if you're traveling, if you're stressed, how you're feeling, how your body is giving you the sign. Also, some people take the signs of the vagina. Like if you take a look at that, your vagina do have the smell. Every phase of the cycle, this vagina smell differently. So some people do track that sign and symptom as well. Also, they track the sign and symptoms of their breast, because if they are feeling kind of like a loaded with the breast, or kind of like a feeling a soreness in their breast, that's also the sign of the different phases of the cycle. So depending on your need, you will going to pick up the symptoms and you're gonna track according to it. So that is the second tip. The third tip is, it's simple and easy. Just get started and pick up one or two in the beginning, and then go into the advanced feature. As you see that you are able to know more about your body, you're able to track it, you're able to learn it, then go into the advanced, because it will directly going to give you how well your body is performing, and you would be able to know whether you're healthy or not. Cycle is key to your health, and it will going to tell you everything that you want to know about your body in all the different phases of the cycle. So start with the slow and go with your pace, and see which one fits best for you, and just be more sensitive, because these signs and symptoms may not be too harsh, they would be very slight. Okay, so you really need to be sensitive enough to catch them when they occur and just track them, because you may not be having heavy cramps in the periods, a little bit cramps here and there, a little bit bloating or constipation here and there, but if you're not noting it, then you are missing the point. So just be sensitive and track them. Like whatever you feel different, just track them or write it down onto the piece of paper, and then over the course of 3 months or 6 months, you're gonna have enough data for your body in the various different phases of your cycle, and then you can come to a conclusion. Okay, I have my cycle around this time of the month, or I see mostly this kind of signs and symptoms and all that stuff. You would be able to know about your body, because every body is different. In fact, every cycle that you're having every single month is a different. Okay, so the things will going to vary. It's not a one fit size box that should be ovulating at the day 14 of the cycle. No, it's not ideal. Not every female ovulate. In fact, in every cycle, you would be ovulating at the day 14, because everything is different, everything is unique. Also, the length of your cycle. It says that 28 days are ideal, but it's not ideal. I never had 28 days cycle. I never had in my entire life. My cycle varies from 30 to 35 days. They vary a lot. So I never had 28 days, and I'm completely normal, completely healthy. My cycle is amazing. I don't have that much of the cramps I used to have before. After tracking, I don't have any cramps, because when I'm tracking, I know what's happening in my body, and I'm taking care of myself according to it. So I don't have that bad cramps that I used to have when I was a teenager. But I can tell you, every cycle is different. So please track it. I'm really going to help you understand what you should be eating in what phase of the cycle, what makes you feel great, what are your cravings. And one thing I forgot to mention about your cravings, that is also the kind of the symptoms. Like, do you have a coffee craving, chocolate craving, or sour or bitter craving, or some item that you love to eat, you have the craving for that. So your body will going to tell you. So hopefully this video will going to help you track your cycle. And also I covered the signs and the symptoms, or the things that you can actually track in your cycle to help know more about you. Or in the comment section below, which other methods do you use to track your cycle? I would really love to hear from you. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.